Welcome to Higher Health, the podcast that elevates your understanding of health beyond the conventional into a realm where mind, body, and spirit align. If you're ready to rise above the noise of traditional health approaches and connect deeply with your inner wisdom, you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Rodgers, a heart-centered, Harvard-trained epidemiologist, researcher, medical intuitive, and transformational health and longevity expert. In this space, we explore the profound journey of health and well-being, where every choice aligns with your highest self. Together, we'll unlock the true essence of being healthy, empowered, and whole. Welcome back to Higher Health with Dr. Elizabeth Rodgers. I am so glad you're here. This is a really important episode. Here on the Higher Health Show, we talk about what it truly means to be healthy, not just physically, but emotionally, energetically, spiritually, and intentionally. Higher health is rooted in connection to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and to source, because connection is the foundation of optimal health and longevity. When you're connected, you can make the choices in alignment with your highest and healthiest self. Connection is the key, and you are the medicine. Today's episode is for you, especially if connection feels hard, inaccessible, or even unsafe right now. If you're feeling burned out, anxious, dysregulated, overwhelmed, or stuck in survival mode, this conversation is here to meet you exactly where you are. Before we begin, I want to share a gentle, supportive gift with you. A gift in addition to this episode. I've created a higher health healing broth ritual. It's a simple, nourishing ritual designed to support your nervous system. Create calm, and help you reconnect when you feel depleted or disconnected. It's a recipe, but better. You can download it for free using the link in the show notes. This recipe is one of my favorite ways to support safety, warmth, and connection, especially during stressful seasons. I use this all year round, and the whole house smells like healing every time we make it. Make sure you grab your copy today so you can experience it for yourself. Now, let's talk about how to establish connection even when it feels unsafe, and how to support your nervous system so connection becomes possible and effortless again. As you're aware, Higher Health emphasizes the paramount importance of connection to oneself, mind, body, and spirit, and to source as the cornerstone of optimal health and longevity. This connection enables individuals to make choices aligned with their highest and healthiest selves. Again, connection is the key, and you are the medicine. However, if you perceive a lack of connection due to busyness or time constraints, it is merely a choice that is misaligned with your optimal health and well-being, with your higher health. Simply make a different choice. Nevertheless, connection may present challenges. manifesting as unfamiliarity or even safety concerns. It may feel inaccessible, or you may be experiencing burnout or exhaustion or a state of constant fight or flight, leading to dysregulated and out of balance nervous systems. If this resonates with you, please know that you are not alone, far from it. Do not be concerned. Be content, for I'm here to support you, and you are capable of overcoming this anytime, any place. Today, we'll explore strategies for establishing connections when feeling unsafe, uncomfortable, or unfamiliar. We'll delve into how to create connection regardless of the current state of your nervous system at any time. One of my recent areas of expertise, which I've dedicated significant training to this year and beyond, and that I've also developed a deep passion for, is nervous system health and restoration. In fact, I've recently enrolled in a 7-month training and certification program on this topic, and I'm currently participating. I'm eager to share this wisdom with you over the years, and it will undoubtedly benefit your current and future health, as well as that of those around you. I feel guided to share some tangible, actionable advice with you that can support your nervous system and your optimal health now and all year long. It's divinely timed right now, given the time of year we are smack in the middle of, the holiday season and all that comes with it. The shopping, the cooking and the baking, the planning and preparing, the gatherings, the parties, the celebrations, along with the busyness, the stress, the family drama, the overindulging, the overstimulating, and maybe the loneliness, maybe the depression, the anxiety, or even the revisiting of trauma or difficult memories that bring up a lot of stuff. For some people, this is the most wonderful time of the year. But for many people, it's anything but that. I happen to fall into the latter category. This is the least wonderful time of the year for me. It's a part of the year that's filled with anxiety, one of the many reasons I'm in therapy once a week. It's a part of the year that I've said in years past, I wish we could just skip. I wish I could fast forward to January 1st when it's all over. This time of year used to be filled with a lot of family drama and trauma for me. I shoved the emotions down and used to deal with it by numbing myself the best I could so I could survive. It wasn't healthy, and I wasn't being healthy. But at the time, it felt like the only way to get through it. Once I met my husband, I got the gift of getting it from both ends. And I felt like a human ping pong ball, just bouncing from one anxiety-filled traumatic family experience to another until I finally got to just be alone and breathe. I don't know if I took one deep conscious breath during that time. I felt totally alone, even when I was surrounded by people. Now, my entire family doesn't speak to me, which started last summer. Now I experience the anxiety and loneliness just in a different way. I've been in therapy weekly since last summer, and it's one of the best things I've ever done for myself and my optimal health and well-being. It's through the support of my extraordinary therapist and a few other practitioners I've been guided to that I've been able to release the unhealthy ways I used to cope with the stress, trauma, and anxiety so I could permanently adopt new, healthy ways to navigate challenges and heal. It required my willingness to be open, to receive support, to do my part, to turn inward and courageously talk about what I've been through in my life, and to release the unhealthy habits and patterns from my past. This meant I had to be willing to learn. And it's brought me the gift of finally understanding myself and why I've been the way I've been in the past. Why I've done the things I've done, especially the things I've regretted, beat myself up about, or carried guilt, shame, or self-blame around. Now I know the things I did that I thought were unhealthy or abnormal, or that meant there must be something wrong with me, were actually very normal. They were simply the things available to me in the state my nervous system was in. Often they were trauma responses. As I navigated this learning process with the support of my therapist, I discovered how out of whack and completely unbalanced my nervous system has been for decades. Throughout my experiences in my career, I've come to realize that so many people, including myself in the past, spend years, decades, lifetimes searching for optimal health, searching for answers, searching for help, trying to heal countless chronic health issues, symptoms, pain, and setbacks, bouncing from doctor to specialist to naturopath to health coach, from prescription medications to herbal remedies to TikTok trends to biohacking strategies and back again, only to still find themselves struggling to overcome one or more health issues they can't quite seem to break free from, like chronic digestive issues, or chronic pain, or chronic anxiety, or fill in the blank. When after all of that effort, it still seems like something is missing. But what? I was one of those people. And now I know what's missing, or at least part of it. It's all connected to your nervous system, which is connected to everything, including your energy. If your nervous system isn't functioning optimally, if your vagus nerve is not toned, if you're stuck in fight or flight, which is sympathetic overdrive, or you're battling burnout, fatigue, or feeling drained, which means you're trapped in a parasympathetic threat response, or like me, you find yourself going back and forth between that feeling of overdrive and that feeling of burnout. It's impacting every other system in your body, including your energy. And it has everything to do with why you're still battling whatever symptoms, pain, or setbacks you're experiencing. This will also impact your ability to simply be and feel connected to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and to source. It will impact your ability to make the healthiest choices for yourself, even when you want to. It will impact everything. I'm writing a book right now about the lifetime of trauma and abuse I'm recovering from with the support of my therapist. So, in divine timing, I'll share all those stories with you. Today is about helping you and helping you support yourself and your own nervous system. It doesn't matter if you've experienced trauma and abuse in your life. Most people have. But maybe you're just experiencing what you consider, quote, normal or typical stress. After all, it's part of the human experience. Maybe you're just feeling the overwhelm of the holiday season and need a breather. No matter who you are, you and your nervous system get knocked out of balance sometimes. Maybe yours has been out of balance for a few hours. Maybe yours has been out of balance for a long time. Regardless of your own circumstances, there are practices you can do to help yourself shift and rebalance, which instantly brings you into connection. The nervous system has everything to do with your ability to heal, to be healthy, to be connected to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and to source. You and your nervous system are wired for and strengthened by connection with yourself and others, which includes animals, plants, and your environment. So when you're connected to yourself, mind, body, spirit, source, your connection to others becomes stronger and feels more meaningful. When your nervous system is in its optimal state, you know and feel safe enough, calm, and connected, which is the key to being and feeling healthy. If you're feeling anything but safe enough, calm, and connected, you can help yourself shift to access those feelings and that state. I hope today will help you do just that so you can be and feel connected. I'm going to guide you through some practices you can do anytime, including right now, to help regulate and balance your nervous system and to help create safety, calm, and connection for yourself. If you feel unsafe anytime or in general, your nervous system will respond accordingly. It's not doing this because it's working against you. It's doing this because it's working for you. It's part of an innate system of sensation, perception, and memory that you were born with. And it's incredibly intelligent. It's functioning all of the time without you putting in any effort. It's truly extraordinary, just like you. When we intentionally and consciously connect to our nervous systems, we can train them, heal them, regulate them, and strengthen them. We can process emotions, memories, and more that we need to release. We can help our nervous systems recognize safety so that we feel safe, calm, connected, and resilient as a result. Creating safety is the first practice I want to guide you through today. Today, the practice I'm going to teach you to help yourself create safety is called anchoring. When you anchor, you're helping yourself and your nervous system recognize that right now you're safe enough. There are different ways in which you can anchor. I'm going to teach you the exteroceptive way to anchor today. When you anchor this way, you will use your 5 senses of sight, sound, touch, taste, and feeling. I love this method of anchoring, and I'm sharing this one in particular today because you can do this anytime, anywhere, and you don't need anything but yourself. First, notice your breath. Focus your attention on your breathing right now. How are you breathing? Are you breathing? What's the quality of your breath like right now? Just this simple practice of noticing your breath will help you connect. You can bring your attention to your breath anytime, anywhere, without anyone else knowing. This can be a helpful practice when you notice you're feeling anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, distracted, or disconnected. Just stop what you're doing and move your attention to your breath, to your breathing. You may notice that when you do that, you start to shift your breath without even doing it intentionally. If you notice that you're not breathing or that your breathing is very shallow, you may start to instantly take nice deep breaths. Let's take a deep breath in right now. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose and a slow, long, deep breath out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. Long, slow, deep breath out through the mouth. Allow yourself to arrive here in this moment, to fully be here and to be present right now. Next, I want you to start to slowly look around. Of course, if you're driving, please don't do this right now. This practice will always be here in this episode for you to come back to. So you can download it, save it, bookmark it, return to this over and over. But if it is available to you, slowly move your gaze around your space. Maybe just moving your head side to side. Use your senses to notice what is around me that I can detect with my senses that helps me know I'm safe enough right here, right now. Notice what you see. Maybe it's trees outside or a plant nearby. Maybe it's your pet, a photo, or a piece of artwork you love. What do you see that helps you realize you're safe right now. Notice what you hear. Maybe it's the sound of water or music or even silence. What do you hear that helps you know you're safe enough right now? Next, let's engage your sense of smell. Notice what you smell. Maybe it's cookies baking, fresh air, or the essential oil diffusing in your space. What do you smell that helps you know you're safe enough right now? Now let's engage your sense of taste. Notice what you taste. Maybe you have a cup of tea nearby you can sip. Maybe it's the lemon in your water. Maybe it's just something subtle. Is there anything you can taste that helps you know you're safe enough right now? And finally, let's engage your sense of feeling or touch. Notice what you can touch or feel right now. Maybe it's a soft, cozy blanket. Maybe it's your favorite sweater that you're wearing. Maybe it's your dog or cat that's next to you. Maybe it's the solid surface of your desk or the warmth of the sunlight coming through the window. What can you feel that helps you know you're safe enough right now? You don't need to use all 5 of your senses to do this practice every single time, but you can. There might be 1 or 2 that just resonate and work for you. As you continue to repeat this anchoring practice, you'll find there are exteroceptive cues that will become ones you regularly recognize that help signal safe enough for you and your nervous system. Maybe for you, it's gazing outside the window that will always help you find safety. Maybe it's the sound of running water or the breeze. Maybe it's what you can see and feel that become your go-tos for this anchoring practice. There's no right or wrong here. No judgment. Whatever works for you is what's right for you. As you start to notice the things that help you anchor in this way, you can also write them down in your journal. I find this really helpful for myself and others. You can even write the things that help you anchor on a Post-it or in a note on your phone so you can refer back to them anytime you want and easily. In this way, you can create your own list of anchors. Now, I want you to pause. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe close your eyes if that's accessible and safe. Maybe place your hand on your heart. Do you notice a shift in your nervous system? How are you feeling now that you know you're safe enough right now? Are you feeling calmer and more connected? If you do this practice and you realize you're not safe, then this is your cue to move to a place or environment where you can anchor and feel safe enough. It might mean leaving an event or a group of people, and that's okay. You feeling safe enough so you can find calm and connection are what's important. Then you can find a safe and healthy connection with others once you've established it with yourself. There are other ways to anchor Unsafe to introduce to you another time. My goal today is to give you simple, digestible practices you can easily remember and return to again and again. Anchoring is something you can do anytime, anywhere, and as often as you need to. There is no such thing as anchoring too much. It's the best thing to do first when you feel over or underwhelmed. Then, once you recognize you're safe enough right now, you can take another step to regulate yourself and connect more deeply. Again, there are a lot of ways you can do this. One of the most effective and easiest ways to do this is through conscious breathing practices. So today I'm going to guide you through 2 conscious breathing practices to help you connect. Give them both a try to see what resonates, and what feels effective now may not always feel effective, and what doesn't feel effective now may feel effective later. It truly depends on the moment and state you and your nervous system are currently in. Today, I'm going to guide you through 2 conscious breathing practices called Ujjayi Pranayama and 4-7-8 breath. I'm choosing 2 because resilience researchers have found that it may be helpful for people to meet their nervous systems where they are. In other words, if you're feeling like you're in a more sympathetic nervous system state, which means you are feeling more energized, maybe your heart rate is a little faster, or you're feeling anxious or stuck in fight or flight, then trying a more energetic breathing practice may be helpful and move you toward feeling balanced. On the other hand, if you're feeling like you're in a more parasympathetic nervous system state, which means you're feeling more fatigued, lower energy, or burned out, then trying a breathing practice that is more relaxing may be helpful. This may turn out to not be true at all for you. Again, there's no right or wrong here, so release judgment. I encourage you, if it's accessible, to try both of these practices with me so you can feel and experience the difference. Again, know you'll always have these to come back to, and you'll have both as a resource for your toolbox. The first conscious breath practice I'll guide you through is called Ujjayi Pranayama. I'll explain each practice first, then we'll practice it together. I did my yoga teacher training back in 2008, which is amazing that is so long ago now, and started my education with this particular technique back then. Ujjayi Pranayama is also known as victorious breath. It is both an energizing and a relaxing practice. So this is a great practice if you're feeling more anxious or stuck in fight or flight, that more heightened or energized sympathetic state. In this practice, you will take long, and smooth breaths. You're also going to create an oceanic sound that is very calming to the nervous system. You'll do this by creating a slight constriction in the back of your throat. Then you'll send your breath through this area as if you're fogging a mirror, but you'll send the breath in and out of the nose. This is considered a warming breath. I'll demonstrate it once for you, and then we'll try a few of these together. So it will sound like this. Again, you're breathing in and out through your nose, but just as a gentle reminder, after you breathe in, you'll make that slight constriction in the back of your throat so that as you send the breath out through your nose, you'll hear that oceanic sound. So it will sound something like this. And again, it does not need to sound exactly the way my breath sounds. So here's a demonstration. Deep breath in through the nose, fill your lungs. Constrict your throat out through the nose. So did you hear how as I exhaled through my nose with that constricted throat, I always called this when I was teaching yoga the Darth Vader sound. So that may resonate with you. The oceanic sound may resonate with you. But whatever you think this sounds like, that's a great way for you to label it or whatever you want to call it. So let's take a few of these breaths together. Again, they're slow and long. In through the nose, constricting your throat, then sending your breath out through the nose. Long, slow, smooth. All right? Let's inhale together, fill your lungs. Exhale out. Let's do that 3 more times at your own breath pace. As you're exhaling, doing your best to consciously and intentionally empty your lungs completely. As you're finishing your third and final Ujjayi pranayama breath, we're simply going to pause. I encourage you to take at least 30 seconds to yourself after you do these anchoring or breathing practices. Let's do that together now, and I'll watch the time. You can keep your eyes closed as you're pausing. Just as important, if not more important than the practices themselves, are the pauses, the space in between. Notice what you notice. Feel how you feel. Let the practice integrate and permeate your body. You can journal now or later about what you've noticed and how you felt in the space in between. One of the most important lessons I've learned this year is to slow down so I can allow myself to simply be in the space in between. When I do, I promise you, that's where the magic happens. You may find, like I did, that you'll begin to look forward to and even crave the pauses, the spaces in between, instead of rushing off to the next thing. Be in the space. Breathe in the space. There's so much wisdom there for you to discover. So much. And ultimately, you'll begin to discover yourself, who you really are, underneath all the busyness and imbalance. Now let's try the second conscious breathing practice. Again, this one is called 4-7-8 breathing, and it's a relaxing practice. Since this is relaxing instead of energizing, it may be a helpful one if you're feeling lower energy, fatigued, drained, burned out, which is more in a parasympathetic state. For this practice, you will inhale to the count of 4. You will hold at the top of the inhale for the count of 7. Then you will slowly exhale to the count of 8. I will demonstrate one again, then guide you through a few rounds. To practice this 4-7-8 breath, you'll breathe into the count of 4. So 1. You'll hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you'll breathe out to the count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try that together 3 times. You may not hear me breathe as I'll be counting for you. And remember, my counts may not match. And remember, my counting may not match the counting that feels best for you. And that's okay. Again, there's no right or wrong here. Let's try this one 3 times together. Take a deep breath in to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can return to your regular breath and release that practice. And pause. Feel how you feel. Notice what you notice in the silence and in the stillness. To support yourself, to heal, to be healthy, it's important to recognize the state of your nervous system by paying attention to your body. Allowing yourself to stay in the pauses and spaces will help you pay attention to your body and strengthen that habit. When you pause, you allow yourself to notice how you're feeling, to notice whether you feel safe, calm, and connected, or whether you feel heightened or shut down. Giving yourself the gift of paying attention to your body and to how you're feeling is powerful self-knowledge, which is a key for sustaining successful growth and change. Anchoring and conscious breathing will instantly help you feel more balanced and connected. These are practices and simple ways to connect to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and to source anytime, anywhere. Engaging in these practices regularly will nourish your nervous system and, in turn, all your systems and yourself. You'll develop a new and beautiful relationship with your nervous system and yourself. These practices are my other Christmas gift to you this year. They're better than any tangible thing I could give you to unwrap, because in these practices, you'll have the opportunity to unwrap yourself. There's nothing better or more beautiful than that. You'll find yourself falling in love with connection, the very key to higher health, and you'll discover the medicine that you are, that you've always been. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank yourself for learning something that will benefit you and your nervous system, you and your optimal health and well-being all year round. Remember, connection doesn't require perfection. It begins with safety. When you create safety in your body, connection naturally follows. These practices are always available to you. Come back to them whenever you need grounding, calm, or reconnection. Come back to them to remind yourself and your body that you're safe enough. If this episode supported you, I invite you to download the Higher Health Healing Broth Ritual, my other gift to you, linked here in the show notes. And if this message touched your heart, please share it with someone who may need it and leave an honest, positive review for the podcast so we can reach more people who value their health. You can find the link in the show notes for you. Stay connected to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and to source, so you can continue making choices aligned with your higher health. See you next time. Thank you so much for listening to Higher Health with Dr. Elizabeth Rodgers. If you enjoyed the show today, it would mean so very much to me if you subscribe to the show and leave an honest, positive review. You can easily subscribe by going to the upper right-hand corner of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and press the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. Also, be sure to sign up for my email list and join my private Substack community to get even more content, value, and support on your health and well-being journey. You'll find these links in the show notes. Sending you so much positive and supportive energy today. I really hope you can feel it.
One thing I've noticed about Azure Standard is that it changes how you think about your home. Instead of running out for one thing at a time, you start thinking about abundance. A well-stocked pantry, a thriving garden, meals shared with family. It's a different approach to living. Explore what Azure Standard has to offer at azurestandard.com and shop this month's Waves of Abundance deals. Azure Standard, family owned and operated. Shop today at azurestandard.com.